All of the lights.
Y'all to see this. Turn up the lights in here, baby. You know what I need. Want you to see everything. Want you to see all of the lights. Fast cars, shooting stars. All of the lights, all of the lights. Until it's fingers everywhere we are. All of the lights. If you want it, you can get it for the rest of your life.
Yes, I does that. What everybody trying to be now, I was that. They could never stop me. That's why I love rap. Been living the life, crazy ice. Swag, the gear, the bread, all the whips is a year ahead. I only fear the feds.
Welcome, everyone, to the sold-out Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles, California. It's the home of the Lakers, where we're broadcasting live today for 2K Sports. 2K Sports brings you Friday night NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. On the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. Now a chance to check out our starting lineups. And guys, taking a look at Dwayne Wade, what will we see from him?
Yeah, something to look for with him is how persistent he is defensively. He loves going for the strip when guys are on the way up.
Steve, I really like the way he uses his hands. He's excellent in that regard. It's a risky play to try to go for the steal when the shooter is going up into the shot, but he finds a way to get away with it more times than not.
Lakers still pursuing another title, but it would be a real shock if that were to come this year. A lot of age and injury on this team. They lose Dwight Howard. This is a club that just doesn't have enough athleticism and speed to contend for a title.
LeBron kicks to Chalmers. And it's sent back by Bryant. But they'll get another chance. It's Young on the wing. There's the three. And it's Wade with the rebound. Well, back to the Lakers. Clark, you think they're too old? Is this a team that needs to rebuild?
Not yet, Kevin. The saying is Young doesn't win in the NBA. I think for them, health and chemistry are the most important factors. Also, I think this is a franchise that has shown it can make a home run deal, like acquiring Pau Gasol in 2007. Got 2 titles out of that move. I think they'll look to add some youth through their bench and restructure the personnel a bit, and they'll position themselves for another run, perhaps.
Ryan against Wade. Ryan in the post. Buried from 15 feet out.
You know, next time he has that much space, he should just go straight up with it and leave the fadeaway at home. Park that fadeaway. Take the shot that's available.
Now here's LeBron. Some solid defense from Kobe.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
It's Young on the wing. Tries to save it, and it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Yes, Kevin, I spoke briefly with Eric Spoelstra. Obviously, he has a lot on his plate when it comes to defending against Kobe Bryant. I asked him what he might do, and he said not much. He's one of the league's all-time best scorers, and no matter what you seem to do, he finds ways to get on the scoreboard. Kobe might be seeing a lot of double teams here tonight, guys.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris.
Well, really the heart and soul of this Miami team in a lot of ways, Udonis Haslem, born and raised in Miami. He's played his entire decade-long career with the Heat and just a tough, hard-working guy and a locker room leader. Dropped that one in as soft as a feather using the finger roll.
And back to Haslem. He helped lift the Florida Gators program back to prominence. Took them all the way to the NCAA championship game, playing at center of all positions.
But was really heavy back then at Florida, and he had to lose a lot of weight before he was ready to play in the NBA. Went to Europe to play first. He's been the heart and soul of the Heat organization ever since.
Now here's Bosch. Right block shot. The shot is good off the backboard.
Had a good clear look right over the top of his defender because of that height advantage.
And here's Nash outside. No luck. And it's Miami the other way. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And it's Wade penetrating. The pass to Chalmers. Feeds to Bosch. Back to Chalmers. LeBron outside. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Clock at 6. Let's go. Again, the Heat good for 2.
Well, he's off to a good start, and he's a guy who we know. I mean, if he gets going early, he can give you problems all day.
And Bryant kicks to Gasol. That's good, and it's Kobe with the assist.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
The Heat with the lead. LeBron outside. And Chalmers kicks to Bosch. Unloads from 13. Rebounded by the Lakers. Kobe goes in. Misses from close range.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Ryan against Wade. And he overshot that one, missing.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Here's Nash. Plays it up and banks it in. Nash has got his first points of the night.
Well, some weak defensive coverage there. And I'm pretty sure they didn't plan on starting this game out like that, giving such easy access to the rim.
Rejected by Gasol. Lets it go with a 3. And there's Nash. That's good on the assist from Kobe. Kobe's got 3 assists tonight.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Chalmers dishes to James. Back to Chalmers. A minute 42 left here in the first quarter. And they get it. There's the block. Outside, Kobe lets the 3 fly. And again, Los Angeles with a triple.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this one apart because they're keeping the ball moving. Defense hasn't been able to set up.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
You know, one of the things about the Heat since the Big Three has come together is that they've been able to find the right kinds of veteran players to step in and fill specific roles for this team as they've won a couple of championships now.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Mike D'Antoni was discussing with his players. He emphasized the need to set good, hard screens at the offensive end. He said the pick-and-roll opportunities are going to be there for them as long as they time those screens correctly. He also wants to see a lot of bodies down low at the defensive end, saying, quote, if they're going to beat us, let's make them make shots from the outside. It's still very early in this game, so there's plenty of time for those changes to take effect, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Hill, he's checked in for the Lakers. And it's easy to have players want to join the Heat when they're competing for an NBA title every season. But, Steve, even then, they find the ones that most fit their offensive and defensive philosophy, and that's when they're going to come up big for them.
Yeah, for sure. This team has done such a good job putting together this roster around LeBron and Wade. You think about Birdman in the playoffs last year, Battier coming in here as a stretch 4. They've just found the right players and the right mix, and that's one of the big reasons why this team is back-to-back NBA champs.
Both free throws good from Hill.
Lakers ended up 17-13 against Eastern Conference teams last year, but that wasn't really a dominating effort. Certainly not what you would expect from a playoff team.
Here's Anderson, and that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
Unselfish basketball on the interior. I love that, and you got to think the coaching staff does too.
Los Angeles leading by 5. Here's Bryant. Connects on the foul line jumper. Bryant's got 10 points in the game. Well, and to make the playoffs in the West, you do need to have a record similar to that of the Lakers against the East. You know, Steve, no team that made the postseason in the West had a record below 500. So the Lakers took care of what they needed to.
Well, you know what's odd, Kevin, is that in the shortened season before, when the Lakers were the cream of the Pacific Division and everything was going well, they only went 500 against the East. So, if they want to bounce back this season, they'll need to not give away games and make sure they keep their out-of-conference record better than 500. Boy, has there been any defense played yet in this game?
Nope, this game has been all about rapid-fire offense early.
The dish to Nash. It's stolen by Allen. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Cole. He has 6. Pass to Allen. Clock at 4. And it's blocked by Kobe. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. 1 second left. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Los Angeles on top. They're up by 3. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
And they're knocking down that mid-range jumper so far.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
Los Angeles leading by 3. On the court for Miami here in the second. Ray Allen and LeBron fill out the wings. Shane Battier is out there with Anderson. And it's Cole in at the 1 spot.
And he should thank the defense for those 2 points. Really, nobody paid him any mind there.
Here's Cole. Steve Nash making his last shot. Wasted no time on that one. Cole's got 8 points.
You know, Heat head coach Eric Spoelstra worked his way up from the very bottom in that organization. I mean, he got his start as a video coordinator, and through years of hard work and dedication has really become an outstanding coach.
And Miami has possession. Following the miss by Kobe Bryant. And stolen by James. Hill pulls it in. The Lakers shooting has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall? And Bryant kicks it over to Nash. From the arc. It's good. And it's Kobe with the assist. Bryant's got 4 assists in the game. And back to Coach Eric Spoelstra as a guy who got his start as a video coordinator, picking the game apart. Steve, he's very comfortable with the new advanced stat movement, analytics in the NBA.
Yeah, and I've had a chance to speak with him quite a bit. He says that the way they use advanced stats is just as a conversation piece in the coaching room. Their analytics department will bring them various information, and it will force them to ask questions, which is very healthy for a coaching staff to do.
Now Gasol. After the missed 3 from Young. It's Gasol missing. He dishes it to Cole. Young with the steal. And it's the Lakers on the break. Young's running, and he goes in for the tie.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. They got to pad their lead any time an opportunity presents itself. And I'll tell you what, that was a golden one there.
Here's Cole, defended by Nash. Dishes it to Allen. He passes to Cole. That's tipped and stolen by Nash. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Guys, last year, Dwayne Wade set a career high for field goal percentage at over 52%. D. Wade said, quote, "Back when I had the team, I was the top player. I had to shoot shots I wasn't comfortable with. I made some, I missed a lot. I have a different role on this team. I don't have the ball all the time, so I need to take shots that come and understand which shots are my shots." Kevin, you gotta love the dedication to efficiency for the team's sake.
That's why he's a champion, Doris. Thanks. And so Nash nails both of them.
You know, when something works for you, you stay with it. The Heat saw after the 2012 finals that small ball was very effective for them. You can see why they chose to do that, given how hard it is to find a power forward that can match up with LeBron. Makes good sense.
for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. The Heat trail by 8. Allen passes to Bosch. To the middle. Chalmers. And good on the basket. Book it. Chalmers has got his first 2 points of the night. And mismatches really are what make an NBA offense go at times. Not only can Miami overpower you, Steve, you know, with their sheer talent at times, but if you're trying to guard a perimeter play with a big, you're going to be in trouble.
Well, some people still see small ball as a gimmick, but for Miami, it's different because you've got LeBron James playing the power forward. So it's not really small ball. He can rebound, he can defend, he can do everything. And so the Heat become a nightmare to guard at the other end, and you can rarely take advantage of them offensively.
Here is Bryant. Ray Allen picking up that last basket, and the foul on Dwayne Wade. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played, and it's good.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
And, you know, for the Lakers last season, a lot of turmoil. And you think about the coaching change, but it wasn't just that. It was a whole system change as well. And the front office felt the Princeton offense they started using wasn't working out. So they were in a state of flux all season long.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address his team. He told the team he wanted their offense to run through Bosch. That is one part of this game that Coach isn't particularly happy about. He wants him taking on more responsibility when they've got the ball. He also told them their offense needs to center around the pick and roll. That's a play he feels they can use to really exploit the weaknesses in this defense. They're not going to wait for halftime. They want those adjustments to have an impact right away. Over to you, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris. Now, here's Chalmers. After the miss from Young, and it's Wade with the jam.
Right there, we saw Bosch opened up space for the shooter. Well done.
Los Angeles leading by 8. And going back to the Princeton offense that Clark mentioned, Steve, tell us about that offense and why do you think it didn't work out?
Well, they only gave it 5 games, Kevin. I mean, Mike Brown was 1-4 when he got fired. And that's impossible to install an offense and expect it to work that quickly. So, I mean, I think the offense would have been fine if they had given it time and given Mike Brown some time to install it.
You know, people look at Mario Chalmers and say he might not be your typical point guard. He's not a big-time penetrator or playmaker, but he's a good fit for the Heat with his active defense and spot-up shooting from long range. I think it's a hand-in-glove fit, actually.
And Chalmers, a 3-time All-American, NCAA champion his junior season at Kansas, received the Most Outstanding Player Award for that 2008 tournament.
Hit what was probably the biggest shot in Kansas history, the three-pointer that sent that game against Memphis into overtime that allowed the Jayhawks to go on and win that national championship.
Haslam, a screen on Young. Wade up top, defended by Bryant. Came in with the block. 58 seconds left in the second quarter. And here's Nash outside. That's good. And it's Kobe with the assist. Kobe's got 6 assists here tonight. The Heat trail by 11. Chalmers with it. The feed to Wade. Back to Bosch. Puts up the baby hook. That misses off the backboard.
That's a huge part of what they want to do defensively. Limit his easy chances inside.
Here's Kobe. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Kobe's got 18 points in the game.
Might as well just take it into his own hands and make that big lead even bigger.
Chalmers against Nash. Chalmers dishes to Wade. Rebound the Lakers. Kobe's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Young left side. All alone. Can't get it to go. Here's Haslam. Shot no good. And we finished one half of basketball. Lakers lead by 13. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Okay, Kevin. Well, Coach, with this type of ball game, what needs to happen in order for you to pull out a win tonight?
Well, we have to play through some of the tough times, okay, whether it's a missed call or whether missed shots. This is a passionate game, and we got to stay the course.
Coach, thank you so much. Guys, handling both adversity and prosperity, so crucial.
Thank you so much, Doris. Great interview as always. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball shortly.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
It's a lively Friday evening here at 2K Sports. Hopefully you're having a great time watching a little basketball tonight. The Lakers came out with a full head of steam, playing the underdog upset role to a team. They're flat out dominating them. Kobe just having his way against the Heat. Seems like everything's falling for him. Not sure if he even knows how to miss. That's all we've got here. Now, back to Kevin, Steve, Clark, and Doris for the second half.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game.
Well, how about Kobe in this one? 18 points and 3 blocks.
Tell you what, this guy is just an unstoppable force, guys.
There's been nothing they can do to stop him.
Nash and Bryant in the back. Inside the 7-footers, Gasol and Cleveland. And it's Young in at the 3 to small forward. They're the group for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. The Heat trail by 15.
Well, what a series it was in the finals a year ago. Such great basketball. Two teams that like to play up-tempo. And I'll tell you, the Spurs had Miami. They had the series in the bag. They were one play away from wrapping it up in Game 6, but the miracle comeback from the Heat that led to the Game 7 victory and another title for the Miami Heat.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, thank you. There was a lot of thought about how the Heat could improve after they lost to the Mavs in the 2011 NBA Finals. Many called for a veteran point guard, but the team felt comfortable with who they had. Coach Eric Spoelstra said, "We felt we had one of the younger point guard tandems in the league that we can build on and offer us championship minutes right now." They grew into that role and were a big part of their back-to-back titles. Spoelstra says they earned it with their hard work, and he couldn't be happier, guys.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. They recover it. Deflects the pass, and stolen by Chalmers. James kicks to Haslam. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. James has got 3 assists now in this one. Part that was interesting because the games themselves weren't particularly close through the first half of the series, but things started to get really tight when they left San Antonio after Game 5.
How about that, Kevin? You talk about things tightening up. We had a game for the ages in Game 6. 28.6 seconds to go. The Spurs +5. Miami needed a miracle, and they found it in the form of timely three-point shooting and got some help from the San Antonio Spurs. Missing some free throws.
The Game 6 was about as intense an NBA game as you'll ever see.
It was off the chart. Absolutely fantastic.
Shane Battier is checked in for Udonis Haslem. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Mike D'Antoni was discussing with his players. He said to his guys, let's get serious about driving the lane and putting pressure on their interior defenders. That's where he sees the soft spot in this defense. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Timeout called the Heat.
Kobe Bryant now at 35 years of age, and you know what impresses me is the way he's adapted his game and remained so effective, even as he's lost a little in the way of explosiveness. He can now beat you on the ground as much as he used to be able to beat you in the air.
Leaps for it, and that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession. Clark, you mentioned Kobe's changes offensively. Plays a lot more, Steve, I think, with his back to the basket.
Well, he's always had great footwork, but he's taken it to the next level. He's so elusive with those pump fakes and the spins. Even with the hand in his face, he's one of the best in the league when it comes to knocking down contested jumpers.
Now here's Bosch. Braun right side. Knocked loose. Young with the steal. Gasol kicks to Young. Baseline try. And the rejection by LeBron. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. And some changes here for the Heat. Anderson comes in for Chris Bosh. And it's Norris Cole in for Mario Chalmers.
That's a solidly executed kick play. I mean, it paid dividends with that nice dunk.
Exactly the result they were looking for.
Yeah, it worked so well. I mean, he got set, did not shuffle his feet. Really well done there offensively.
Here's James following the bucket by the Lakers. The drive by Wade. It's stolen by Bryant. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Gasol passes to Bryant. Nash outside. Just 5 on the clock. Misses the three, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. The drive by James. Battier outside. He feeds it to Cole. It's back to Battier. Passes it to Cole. He kicks to Wade, and stolen by Nash. Now here comes Nash, leading the break. Stolen by Wade. One-on-one fast break. And James throws it down hard.
Boy, how's that for a quick possession?
Yeah, it sure was. I mean, he didn't waste any time getting down the court, did he?
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. Lakers leading by 13. Outside, Kobe. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Well, he's a really difficult cover because if he gets anywhere near the rim, he can finish. Great strength, the ability to convert in the lane. Boy, that's tough to defend.
And applies even if he has to absorb contact getting to the rim.
And Miami making a change here. Allen's checked in.
Well, it's without question Kobe Bryant is always going to be known as one of the great scorers in the history of the game. But for the kids watching at home, it is really worth reminding you of this. He can do it all. He's fundamentally sound in all aspects of the game. He defends, he rebounds, he passes. To be one of the true greats, you can't just focus on one thing. You need to be able to do a little bit of everything and do it all well.
Now here's LeBron following the miss by Kobe Bryant.
There you go. This is the time to get aggressive. Get to the basket, draw fouls, stop the clock, try to complete a comeback.
1:21 left to play here in the third. Back to Young. Pass to Kaman. Kicks to Kobe, and Ray Allen gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And for Kobe Bryant last season, right at the top among shooting guards and rebounds and assists.
And despite his workload offensively, he's a very good defender, too, especially on the ball. All defense 9 times on that first team. 12 all-defense selections overall in his career, tied with Kevin Garnett for the all-time lead in both categories.
And Miami has possession following Steve Nash's three. And Anderson slams it in.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
Man, I like the way he capped that drive off, guys, with the one-hand punch.
Talking about Chris Anderson, guys, the Birdman. We weren't sure if he was going to be able to fly last season, but he did latch on with a very good Miami Heat team who was in need of some help rebounding, which is his strength. He still can do that and block shots as well.
Got to make a defensive adjustment here because he's just destroying them from three-point range.
Well, even when they've closed out on him, Steve, he's knocking them down.
And it's sent back by Kaman. Stolen by Anderson, and he gets it to go. Anderson's got 9.
Excellent work offensively to get that shot attempt into a can't-miss area.
And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. A different look for Miami. Chris Bosch is checked in for Anderson. That's Haslam in for Shane Batty. 24 seconds left here in the third quarter. Allen, defended by Young. Here's the teardrop. The shot is off. Good work defensively by Gasol. Here comes Kobe. 26 points for him. And there's the pass to Nash. Back to Bryant. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Haslam. Shot is no good. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Lakers ahead, up by 12. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports.
If I take it off for granted.
The Heat trail by 12. On the floor for Miami starting the fourth. Haslam and Bosch up front. Chalmers and D-Wade are the guards. And it's James in at the 3 spot. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Haslam's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for Miami.
That's purely a hustle play there. Getting to the offensive glass for the tip in, well done.
And that's, quality. Oh, look out.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in. Aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
And why not? I mean, the more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
James outside. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got 5 rebounds tonight. On its way from Young for 2. And there's another one for the Lakers. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. James outside. On right side, and it's Wade with the jam.
Maybe that'll ignite him. I mean, impossible not to get pumped up after that. At least I think that would be the case.
Well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are. Look at them. They are pumped up.
Yeah, they're geek.
That's what those alley-oops do, though.
And here's Nash outside, and it's Haslam with the rebound.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide-open opportunities.
Young against Bosch. Feeds it to Haslam. Bosch kicks to Wade. From out on the wing, he knocks it down.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
Bryant against Wade. A drive by Bryant. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And the defense fouling there to prevent that layup, forcing 2 free throws here.
Nice job that time of attacking the paint and drawing the contact. They'll take that.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Lakers.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
The other thing they're doing, guys, is forcing turnovers and then creating points offensively as a result.
Shane Battier is checked in for Udonis Haslam. And clearly, Eric Spoelstra wants to talk it over.
A lot of people thought the East would be a cakewalk for Miami last year, but Indiana made sure that wasn't going to be the case. What a series with the Pacers using their size and strength to pound Miami down low. And eventually, the Heat were able to pull it out, but boy, was that a tough series.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, guys, I was able to listen in on what Eric Spoelstra was going over with his team in that last huddle. He let his players know that they've got to do a better job on defense. He said they're scoring any way they want. We've got to show some pride here. Let's make a stand defensively, get us stops, and get on a run of our own. Do they have it in them, Kevin?
Wow. What a great performance from him. He's hit 3 in each half.
And just to touch back on the Eastern Conference Finals, went to a Game 7 where Miami ran away with the game. But, you know, Clark, if it weren't for the heroics of LeBron earlier in the series, it could have been the Pacers that took on San Antonio in the finals.
You know, I was thinking a little bit about two former ABA teams meeting in the NBA Finals, but the Heat managed to steal Game 1, and I thought that proved to be the difference in the end. That was a game the Pacers had and didn't squeeze. But the way these two teams are constructed, they should be seeing a lot more of each other in the near future. And I think that's great for the league because whenever they meet up in the regular season or the playoffs, it's always been a battle the last couple of years.
Nice rivalry developing between those two.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
A good one brewing there.
James in the post. Young's there. James, no good.
And the rebounding numbers don't actually tell the whole story. I mean, they're barely ahead in that category, but when they've needed them, they've gotten them. They've really battled hard.
It's their work on the glass, Steve, that's prevented any kind of momentum swing.
Here's Kobe again, Los Angeles.
His work at the offensive end has been phenomenal. Maybe reason number one, they're ahead.
The Heat trail by 16. James dishes to Battier. Back to LeBron. Wade outside. Pass to James. Heat moving the ball around. Bosh. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
He's so reliable. You know, his offense seems to be consistently there for this team.
And Miami making a change here. Haslam's checked in.
In many ways, the Lakers had what would be called the nightmare season at 12-13. Despite that, they protected Staples. Playing in front of the Hollywood Stars has always been an energy boost for the Lakers, and they made the most of it even though they struggled away from home.
Miami's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Wade kicks to James. The dish to Bosh. Back to LeBron. Shot clock at 6. Right side Bosh. Miami needs to get a shot off. No good off the front iron. Clark, as you said with the Lakers, very good at home last season in what would be one of their very few bright spots on the year. They go 29-12 in Staples Center, which he put them in the top third of the league for home wins.
Well, Kevin, when you come into Staples as a visitor for a Lakers game, it really is a kind of a different feel. I mean, if you're the opponent, you look up at all those banners, you look over at all the celebrities on the side, you know, that theater lighting. It's a pretty cool spot, and teams sometimes, I think, can kind of get carried away.
James with it, and Kamen picks him up defensively. Ryan against Wade, and he lays it straight in.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
I think it's time to make some adjustments defensively, Clark. I mean, what they've got going right now is not getting it done. And these are the types of games where it's obvious one team clearly had the edge. Tonight, it's going to be a great win by a large margin for Los Angeles.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, Clark, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Well, it's more than luck, Kevin. I think the shot selection was good, too.
And you have to look back at this and see what a huge game it's been for Kobe Bryant. He came out and let everybody know that points would be hard to come by with the way he swatted away shots and protected the rim.
Heat have gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
You're exactly right. I mean, take care of the ball, work the clock. It's a wrap.
Yep, nice game. And there's the call on Udonis Haslem. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Kobe. Fires the three. Count that one. Bryant's got 37.
They're going to walk out of here with a win and send this crowd home happy.
A very solid performance in a lot of areas.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Steve Nash. That's foul number 2 for him. And a new group in for the Heat. Anderson, he's checked in for Bosh. Battier comes in for LeBron. Ray Allen is checked in for Dwayne Wade. And Cole subbed in for Mario Chalmers.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow, just like he got there.
And Kobe the bucket with the assist by Nash. Kobe's got 39.
Just look at how quickly their lead has grown over the course of the last few possessions.
Boy, they've really saved their best for last, haven't they?
Here's Battier. Knocks down the three ball.
Well, their offense has kicked into gear, but seems to have arrived a little bit too late.
And as a coach, that can really be frustrating. I mean, you guys were stumbling along for most of the game, and now, when it's basically over, they finally decide to come alive.
Here's Allen. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
Well, I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
The drive by Bryant. Fires from the wing. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. And so the Lakers take the win. It was a solid win, Clark.
Yeah, it was, and I think it came down to will more than skill. They went out and got this one.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Thank you, Kevin. Powell, obviously the turnover number was high. You were still able to get the win. Is that something that Coach usually addresses with you guys?
It's addressed every single game. You know, I think our turnovers are way too high. We just got to take care of the ball, make the right play, make the right pass.
Imagine how good you'll be, Powell, when you stop turning the ball over. Kevin, over to you.
Thank you, Doris, for that. And now for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan saying see you next time as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kobe Bryant.